Hey everyone, it's Makito here. I'm gonna be doing a review for my my apprentice or my student who's a double-digit Q at the moment. His name's Romie. He's roughly around I would say 18 Q, something like that. He plays a lot of higher level players and does pretty well. Anyway, I'm gonna review this game, so let's begin. Let's see. So, at this situation, some of the moves you want to start thinking about is probably here, here, possibly here. It is Joseki, but it's not some of my favorites. And then maybe a pincer or something. Or even Yukutsunuki at this point, like something over here, right? But this kick, this like contact move, hitting F3 is not a good move. It just tells your opponent, hey, get stronger, and so then black does, right? So the normal moves now here would be 2 and 3. In the game, Romie plays 1, but this is really bad shape, and I'm gonna go over the shape right now. Okay, if black has 2 stones here, and white peeps, what's the next move you should do? Well, the next move you should do is connect solidly, right? So then white doesn't play in there and cut you up. But if you know, in the real game, it was played like this, and so now this shape is very inefficient. White can still poke in here, and now there's 2 cutting points here and here, and so this is a bad shape. Whereas when you play this one, this is a great shape. You're strong, you're hurting this guy, and there's no cutting points. So essentially this is the same exact shape right here, but in reverse, right? Instead of playing this first, you played this, then this. So once again, the kick isn't good, so that's what the problem really was. And I'll show you when the kick is appropriate, or I'll show you the regular stuff as well. So white could play something like this, and then black comes back. So now he has 2 stone wall, 3 space jump, right? And so he's like building. And so doesn't white though. White's building his corner, right? If there's not a lot of white stones over here, I usually do the closed door. This would be the open door, this would be the closed door. It makes this like a little more harder to invade, right? And then black can still come back and play this. So white's corner is still a little bit invadable, and then black got a very solid shape. So this is why the kick is considered bad. The time where the kick is good is when you have a pincer stone already. So because this pincer stone is here, white can kick, black will come up because he needs to strengthen, white takes his corner, and then black can't play at k4 now because white's already here. So black has to play a very small inferior base, or he can run out as well. But let's say if he tried playing, you know, for a base, now white could iron pillar, and then white could make a base of his own either here, or this might be too much, so I'd probably do here, but or he could just rise up first, which I think is the better position, and then you can make your base. But anyway, you can see that black spent a lot of moves here only to make a couple of points, whereas white has made points in the corner. He may make points here, and he's hurting this stone as well. So that's when you should kick. If you do not have a pincer stone here, then I advise you not to use the kick move too much. And what I advise you to do instead of the kick when black approaches is to do one of these moves. The pincer, for the reasons we just came up with. The closed door, the open door if you have like white stones closer by. You can literally tanuki, you don't have to play anywhere because it's 1 versus 1, so you can like play somewhere else. Or you can play on top and this leads to a whole bunch of other joseki. But this kick shouldn't be in your mind unless you have a pincer stone here already. And also this shape is really bad, so even though you kicked and you still could have made like the corner and black gets this really good shape point, I think black's better off, but at least you have sente, right? When you make this shape, it's really bad, and we'll see why in a little bit. Well, I can also explain to you that this is very open now and the corner is not yours yet, right? If black plays in here, he has a chance to link up to these 2 stones, and then if you block him, so I'll just do an example, right? So if white blocks this way, black can link up. Even if this stone dies, I mean, it's it caused a lot of aji, right? So like white didn't get any points here and black got some points. And if white blocks this way, now I think black can literally just come out like this, and chances are he'll be able to make a small but, you know, valuable living shape here. Anyway, we'll go back to the game. See, and this is open, so this move is totally viable, like it's totally playable. Black plays on this side, white plays on this side and black jumps up. So now you can see that this stone is not necessary. If white just plays here, it's like this stone didn't even need to be here because this is that same corner taking shape. And if white cuts through here, it looks like it's a good move. And it's not bad, but I just feel like black gets to play here to expose your 2 weaknesses, right? Oh, first he would block out, right? If white cuts, now black can expose your 2 weaknesses. Black will lean on this group to come out. So. And now white doesn't really have like a good base down here, so he feels like he's under attack, right? Yeah, black can play something like this. And now white doesn't have any eyes yet. He's got a half eye here, but it's not a full eye yet. If black plays this move or something like this, it's not an eye anymore. So now white has a really weak group running around with its head cut off. And it's all because of this bad shape here at number 1. So anyway, that's my analysis on that. We'll move on. So then this move also didn't feel great because I feel like black can just come under here and white will have a tough time of stopping him. He won't make a lot of points, and black can do moves like this. And once again, we've seen this shape already. I think black could even play here, and now white only has 1 eye. And so now he has to run, well, let's see. I suppose he would have to spend another move to make 2 eyes. But now he's sealed in small, right? So, I don't know. We'll move on. This was fine. This is a tough attack because black has this wall and a pincer stone already, so this was like really tough. If I was black, I would have played here. and now black's like made these points, and white has a very small base, if that. So white has to backpedal and like make moves that will give him life, and then black can like seal in, so he can try and make all these points. He's already made these points and these points, right? So this would be really good. But anyway, we'll move back. So black responds this way, taking the corner. At this point I would play very lightly and try and jump out and try and get out here. Did I come up with some moves for this one? Yeah, okay. So now you can like lean on him. You can lean on his group and be like, okay, you can have those 2 lines of territory. I'm gonna make a wall, and then I'm gonna make shape. So you can like try and run out or make eyes here. You should have enough room. There's also this move for white. Black has to play very lightly and sacrifice stuff, but he can get out, and now he can make good shape here, and this is a really good reduction. Like if white lives here, right, black can't make these points, and these are very close to being black points, so this would be also good. But in the real game you played this move. Now once again, this is a very straightforward bad shape move that you should I need to try and erase from your mind. What if black just played here, right? Chances are white might be able to squeeze out life, but now this thickness here with this stone and these stones, like now he could make this whole thing, and it would be extremely hard for white to like live in this area, and that's all because of this bad shape here. And I'll show you the shape in the middle of the board. Okay, without the number 1 being there, what's the most obvious move any player would ever play? Right? You would cut. You would just whoop. Now these 2 stones will forever be cut, and they're both very weak. So this is like one of those basic, very, very basic shape points that you don't want to make in your own games. Black fortunately played very submissively, right? Well, technically, I don't know. I would have cut here, but he liked the corner a lot. White should have played this, sacrifice this stone, and then like come out to try and make shape or something. You know, maybe maybe something like this first, and then like worry about coming out later. But I think coming out would be important first. Anyway, black played this, which is still great for black. If I was him, I would have taken the Atari, and then probably played this. And so white actually dies here anyway. Yeah, so white's dead here. But so it ended up double-digit Q game style, where anything can happen. So he ended up killing those stones, which was, you know, good for the situation. But once again, I just want to come back and give you the importance of this bad shape. Try not to play these moves. They're really not good. Don't let your opponent separate you. That's like a very important principle of the game, to keep your stones connected. This move, he's pressing on your influence. The natural move that higher Q players see is this one, because this is building your stuff and you're trying to like lean on him to get in here if he doesn't move here next, which he should, and then you lean again. So now you're making these points while he's making these, and now you can play this move. In the real game, Romie played this, which I see that he's building territory, but the problem is, like, you can see Black's next move without even, you know, having to think that hard, which would be this one. So now these stones are really hurt. He can't make points here anymore, and so like this move was inefficient. And not only that, but this wall is facing his black stone, so he could possibly make all these points as well. So this is an important shape here, knowing that like when he leans on your influence of territory, you should lean back. And then let's say it even went like this, right? Now you can see that you're profiting just as much as he is, if not more. So okay, this turned out bad. I won't go into it with great detail, but I blame this stone, the one that, the bad shape that I was talking about. But here, you could have played for Ko. That's the best you could have done. Yeah, it would be a Ko. So, if you wanted to live, you should look for those types of moves. Let's see. This was good. I like this initiative. That's kind of weird, but you know, double digit Q, it's fine, I guess. The idea is that this black is really strong in here, and even if you Atari and connect, you still have no eyes, and there's no possibility you could get eyes, right? Like this is strong, this is strong. It would be really hard to do anything in here, so you don't want to give him free points when he does moves, though. You know, you don't want to give him free points. Let's see. I like this. This is the half net shape point. That was really good. And now, Romie, you played here. This was way too small. I don't even know how many points this would give you. It might not give you any. In fact, it might take away points from you on this side. So this, to me, when I saw this, was like the very, very obvious move, because once you play here, you have almost no weaknesses pretty much, and you just made yourself 60 points. I ended up counting it. It was like literally 60 points here, which is like insane. I guess it's not enough since you died here, but this move isn't gonna get you 60 points, right? So so when you get to this point of the game where you're only one move away from enclosing your Moyo or your potential points, you just take it, you know? Because your opponent, if he has the chance to not let you take it, he will. If black played this way, this is extremely bad for white. And you can see that black separated these stones, so they have a very high chance of dying. I think they would, without a question. I suppose white could cut here, but then black connects, and if white plays here, I suppose you could let him live and maybe play something like this. And so now technically it would be, no, I guess it would be fine. But anyway, it all stems from this one move here, and that's when you can make 60 points or enclose your territory, you should do it. So anyway, we'll move on to the last part of the game. Once again, these stones have no eye shape. I feel like this was a real lost cause. But at the same time, I understand why you're playing it. Because with these stones dead, you are, I believe you're losing. So, if you're losing, why not go crazy, right? And see if your opponent messes up. You're at that age, at that rank. So this was fun. At this point, because of this move, white actually could live here. Feel free to pause it and take a look around. So this white played this move, which I'm really not sure why. There's no way black could kill white. He has 1, 2, 3 liberties here. So there's nothing black could have done, so I don't see why white played this. He needed to play Atari. If black answers here, white kills him, right? So black has to take. Then white can Atari again, and white has to take again, or black has to take again. And now white can connect, and he is completely safe. This is alive, this is alive, this is alive. So that's the last part of the game. It ended up Romie didn't see that Atari the way I did. It looks like he could still even get away with this now. But instead he Atari'd this way, I believe, which does, you know, nothing except hurt and kill him now. So I guess at this point, if you have an Atari in 2 directions, always think about which way you should Atari, right? But alright, so that's it. That was the game. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this helped you out, Romie. Take it easy.